Link up. Connect. The operator will connect you with our customer service department. Often. Frequently. The author frequently quoted Shakespeare in her writing. Refer to. Consult. If you wish for good advice, consult an old man who is experienced. Make out. Discern. The telescope can discern interplanetary objects incredibly distant in space. Remove. Eliminate. A move towards healthy eating could help eliminate potential diseases. Very big. Considerable. The recent earthquake caused considerable damage to the whole. Show up. Arrive. The president is scheduled to arrive at the funeral tomorrow morning. End. Terminate. In most occupations, poorly performing employees can be terminated. Want. Desire. Several people have expressed a desire to see the new president. Find out. Discover. The more we study, the more we discover our limitations of knowledge. Get in touch. Contact. Physical contact between a mother and child is quite significant. At once. Immediately. It was immediately apparent that something unpleasant had occurred. Pin down. Compel. The new law will compel employers to provide health insurance. Speed up. Accelerate. Experts believe that cutting taxes can help to accelerate economic growth. Put off. Postpone. Because of bad weather, we have to postpone our cricket match. Give out. Distribute. A number of charities have coordinated to distribute food to the region. Go down. Decrease. Recently, the birth rate has been decreasing in many developed nations. Lack. Deficiency. Severe iron deficiency can cause a developmental delay in children. Go on. Continue. The trend will continue only as long as the next generations keep them alive. Tired. Exhausted. She was driving through the night, and she arrived in an exhausted state. In charge of. Responsible. We feel that the media should be more responsible in what they report. Pick up. Collect. They hope to collect over 10,000 signatures on the health reformation. Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps you have made a mistake in your calculation about future events. Death. Demise. Her mother's demise occurred unexpectedly in an aeroplane accident. Deal with. Handle. Many of us don't have the capacity to handle complex situations. Go through. Examine. In many shops, customers have only a limited amount of time to examine the goods. Go ahead. Proceed. The problems have been detected, and the work can now proceed. It's about. It concerns. It concerns the safety and regulatory issues of insurance companies. Buy. Purchase. Join now and you will automatically receive 20% off your first purchase. Go away. Depart. The plane will depart from the airport at exactly 12 o'clock. Get. Obtain. You must obtain approval before you participate in the competition. Sweat. Perspiration. When we suffer from a fever, a large quantity of fluid is lost in perspiration. Keep. Preserve. These policies are intended to help preserve our natural environment. Look up to. Respect. Our country has got the utmost respect for his sports accomplishment. Call on. Visit. Because of severe infection, she has to visit the doctor twice a week. Also. In addition. John writes short stories. In addition, he writes articles for a newspaper. Say sorry. Apologize. The manager apologized for losing his temper with his employees. Think of. Conceive. We cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-esteem. Look for. Seek. If it's a legal matter, you need to seek professional advice from a lawyer. Let. Allow. The system allows you to transfer data easily from one country to another. Expect. Anticipate. A noble speaker is able to anticipate an audience's needs and concerns. Set up. Establish. The two countries agreed to establish full diplomatic relations. Talk about. Discuss. It is a sensitive matter, therefore, we would like to discuss it urgently. Look like. Resemble. He thoroughly resembles his father in appearance and in temperament. Test. Experiment. The truth can be established by repeated observation and experiment. A bit. A little. Friendship isn't a big thing. It is a combination of million little things. Stop. Cease. This is an intolerable situation that must cease as a matter of urgency. Say no. Reject. Customers have the right to reject faulty goods and demand a refund. Good looking. Attractive. At work, she surrounds herself with attractive, intelligent, or well-known people. Whole. Entire. The company eventually monopolized the entire aviation industry. Enough. Sufficient. The team has sufficient knowledge to tackle the emerging problems. Lively. Energetic. We look for candidates who are computer literate and energetic self-starters. Happy. Pleased. We can be pleased with our efforts and with the successful outcome. Begin. Commence. The academic session commences at the beginning of October. Imagine. Envisage. Nobody can envisage the catastrophic consequences of nuclear war. Idea. Notion. The conventional notion of marriage goes back thousands of years. Lucky. Fortunate. The old lady is fortunate enough to have a very good health condition. Look into. Investigate. A committee was set up to investigate allegations of racial discrimination. Help. Assist. We are looking for volunteers who would be willing to assist in social work. Leave out. Omit. Mistakenly, your name was omitted from our guest list for the party. Boss. Employer. An employer should have the tendency to appraise the ability of his employees. Smart. Intelligent. She has arrived at a very intelligent opinion on the gender issue. At first. Initially. The damage to the ship was far more serious than initially thought. Clear. Transparent. In general, people want to establish a transparent parliamentary democracy. Breakdown. Collapse. The collapse of the economy had repercussions for the whole nation. Big. Enormous. Germany produced enormous quantities of petroleum, firewood, and steel. Mad. Insane. Only an insane person could believe this type of fabricated story. Go after. Pursue. He has determined to go abroad to pursue his higher education. Put up with. Tolerate. Some plants and animals cannot tolerate sudden changes in temperature. Show. Demonstrate. The recent medical experiment clearly demonstrates that the vaccine works. Give. Provide. The new project will provide you with invaluable skills and experience. Rack up. Accumulate. It was his ambition to accumulate a vast amount of wealth before he turned 30. So. Therefore. We are running out of fresh water, therefore, we need to be aware of water consumption. Hopeless. Futile. The community's people made a futile attempt to control the flooding. Mainly. Principally. The advertising campaign is aimed principally at children and women. Need. Require. Deciphering historical manuscripts requires experts and modern technology. Free. Liberate. For the overall development of society, we need to liberate the mind from prejudice. Anyway. Nevertheless. She found the test difficult, but nevertheless made a good attempt at it. Polluted. Contaminated. Much of the coast has been contaminated by industrial and nuclear waste. Go against. Oppose. This policy shows how to oppose bad decisions about city planning. A lot of. Numerous. There have been numerous exchanges of opinions between the two governments. Try. Endeavor. The constant endeavor can make a person successful within a short time. Ask for. Request. All posts were removed after requests from the government authority. But. However. This can be a cheap and simple process. However, there are dangers. Chance. Opportunity. When an opportunity is neglected, it may never come back to you. Set out. Display. They displayed their children's artwork on the walls of their living room. Point out. Indicate. Surveys indicate an improvement in public health care sectors. Take out. Remove. He needs emergency surgery to remove the blood clot from his brain. Go up. Increase. We have been experiencing an increasing number of environmental problems. Later. Subsequently. The information can subsequently be loaded on a computer for processing. Fight. Combat. The governments are taking steps to combat racism in schools. Mend. Repair. It is too late to repair the damage we have done to our planet. Let. Permit. The security system will not permit you to enter without an accurate password. Tough. Challenging. Some experts performed the most challenging task without a mistake. Throw away. Discard. People who discard their litter in the streets should have to pay heavy fines. Climb. Ascend. In seasons of high rainfall, the river can ascend up to 20 meters. Blow up. Explode. The tension between the two rival companies could explode at any time. Cheap. Inexpensive. The property is small and inexpensive, ideal for first-time buyers. Use. Utilize. We must consider how best to utilize what natural resources we have. Again and again. Repeatedly. At present, the refugees are repeatedly refused entry into foreign countries.